Hey guys, it's Jeremy from thecraftycatsman.com, reporting in from the Speakeasy Arcade, a bar that I built in my basement for less than a contractor wanted to charge just to put up studs and drywall. Now it didn't always look like this. When we moved in, my wife got the office and I got to do whatever I wanted with this storage area. My website will walk you through each step that I took to take it from this to this on a budget. Now I have helped hundreds of people build their own bookcase door. In fact, my free step-by-step instructions will guide you through the entire process. I even have a whole section dedicated to what I consider the most underappreciated part of any bookcase door, the back. Today we're going to cover the top 5 tips that I have to help you decide whether you should build or buy your bookcase door. Buying or building a bookcase door is a decision that I mulled over for months. And if you've done some research, you probably have heard of Murphy Door. They sell everything from doors that you have to put together to pre-hung door kits that can be hung up in a matter of hours. I must have added and removed different Murphy doors from my cart a dozen times. I love Murphy Door. In fact, they're the reason why I got into this in the first place. A buddy of mine had one in his basement and I fell in love. They're sleek, they're easy to install, they have a ton of great reviews. Murphy Door had me hooked. To show that they like me as much as I like them, they have decided to offer those of you who decide not to build 15% off your entire purchase. Just use the code TheCraftyCatsman at checkout and you'll get 15% off of your entire order. Murphy and I share a common goal: to get you a statement piece that truly transforms your space. My tips are designed to help you make an educated decision and help you along the path to the door of your dreams. So without further ado, let's jump in. Tip number 1, be real about your budget. Let's face it, for most, the feasibility of getting a bookcase door comes down to price. With a higher cost comes convenience and some sweet options too. If you're on a budget, DIY is the clear winner. I was able to build this entire bookcase door for less than a gold ocarina of time. For my non-nerdy friends, that's about $350. For under $350, you could build your own door and customize it too. Heck, you can cut some corners and probably build it for $100 or less. On the flip side, Murphy Door has a ton of options. Some of those options come at a premium, but those premiums have their perks. Tip number 2, determine if you're really interested in DIY. This, in my opinion, is the most important part of this entire video. If you're even a little bit interested in DIY projects, I want to shamelessly try and convince you to build your own door. DIY projects can be fun and extremely rewarding. I started my journey on a balcony building really bad planters. I told my then girlfriend and now wife that if I could build a rectangle, I could build anything. Now, that's a little bit of a stretch, but the message is important. DIY can be as simple as meticulously following instructions. Any project can be broken up into simpler, smaller steps. And if you're patient, you can build wonderful things, like this bookcase door. I want to drive this point home. Building a door takes discipline and determination, but it doesn't require a degree. If fear is the only thing holding you back, don't let it get the best of you. Fear aside, there are plenty of other reasons why you may not want to build your own door. There's one reason that you may think is a negative, but I'm going to advocate it as a positive here in the next tip. Tip number 3, do a tool assessment. Now there are some tools that make this easier, like a miter saw and a table saw. If you don't have those tools, that's okay. A circular saw will do just fine for both of them. However, if you were on the fence about buying one of those tools, now might be a great time to make that purchase, build the door, and still end up ahead. I did the same calculation. I wanted a table saw, and I decided that the cost of the table saw plus the cost of the build was still cheaper than going with Murphy Door. It was close, but I knew that I was going to use that table saw in the future, and it was worth the investment. I'm going to pause here for a second and speak about something that's near and dear to me. If you've spent any time on YouTube, you probably have heard it. Smash the like button. Smash it. Take it out to the curb and stomp its teeth out. I'm advocating for TLL. Tender, loving likes. If you're finding this video helpful in any way, please gently tap that like button. Just enough for it to record, but none the harder. This is the first video in a series of videos that I'm dedicating to both the Bookcase store and the speakeasy behind it. Now I have all the step-by-step instructions on the website, but the more likes and subscribes I get, the faster I'm going to bring that content here onto YouTube. Let's get back to it. Tip number 4, check your space. I love Tetris, and I have a natural knack for finding space.
No, he doesn't.
If you're considering a bookcase door build, then consider that most of this is going to happen away from the doorway. That means if you have any safety concerns to address, you need to plan ahead. In short, you want to be able to work on this project away from the doorway in a place that it can sit for as long as you need it. For an experienced woodworker, this could be a weekend. For most of us, this could be weeks or months. Virtually all projects require precision, but bookcase doors leave little room for error. And if you don't have the space to work on one, you may cut some corners and ruin the project. Tip number 5, research and decide on your look. At its core, from a woodworking perspective, my bookcase door is actually pretty basic. It's, well, a series of rectangles. Yeah, there's some Google Home integration, custom sound, and what I consider the prettiest back in the business. But at its core, it's pretty simple. I love the look of my door, and it's exactly what I want for my space. But you may be more interested in a more elaborate door, a door that might be even more challenging to build on your own. I mean, Murphy Door sells flush mount doors like mine, but they also offer custom mirror doors, pool cue doors, shoe rack doors, spice rack doors, wine rack doors, pantry doors, French dresser drawers, hamper doors, and even more doors than that. These specific door types are unique and may fit your needs better. You could build similar, but it'll be more challenging. Conclusion. Building a bookcase door can be an extremely rewarding project. To date, it's one of the most exciting projects that I've ever taken on myself, and the allure has not faded a single bit. That being said, the time required and personal preferences of yours may lead you to just buy your own door, and that's perfectly fine. I love Murphy Door. And as a reminder, use the code TheCraftyCatsman at checkout and get 15% off your entire order. We truly appreciate those of you who have stuck through to the end of this video. We have a ton of content on our website, and we're just beginning to move that over to YouTube. We think it'll resonate with you. If you agree, like and subscribe. Feel free to put a comment below and let us know what part of the arcade you want to see next. Thanks for stopping by. Catch you on the next one.
Bye, YouTube.